if it's an insecurity because I'm going to get male attention and you don't like that, then that's an insecurity. Because I'm like, my man, trust me. Like, I'm all about you. Like, I'm not doing this for you at all. Like, I want you to have trust for me. And if he's like, oh, yeah, like, let me reflect on that. That is because of my insecurity. Then we could have that discussion. But if it's truly about my protection and he's like, listen, I know the kinds of guys who are there. Like, that outfit makes me so... It's all about how you communicate it. If he communicates into a way that's with sincere love and like, protection for me, then I'm like, listen... I don't understand, but you obviously are a man. You know how men think, and like we have a secure thing. And like you're really, if the guy if I'm the guy that I'm dating right now, he's so self-aware. He's so good at communication. He's so trustworthy. Like he's amazing. So
could I ask you a question?
If he was like, yeah, in a second. If he was like, please do not go to that party dressed like that. Like it is not gonna go well for you, and I just feel so uncomfortable. I would be like, I might not fully understand that. But it seems to me like this isn't coming out of insecurity. It's coming from protection from me. Okay, like, I get that.
Before I have her come in, I'll just say what you call insecurity, I call having a standard. I call having a boundary. Go ahead.
So earlier when we got the question about what is your ideal, date or whatever, and you said something along the lines of a man who is equally masculine and feminine.
I said balanced feminine and masculine energy.
Okay. Would you describe your current boyfriend as feminine?
I would describe him as masculine, but he has feminine energy as well.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah, he's very masculine.
Liz, did you have something from earlier?
Yeah, I had, I guess, like, not every situation comes down to trust. It's about a respect aspect. Where you go reflects your man. And if you're going out there and everyone's like, bro, I saw your girl at the club last week. I saw your girl at a party. Like, what the heck is she doing there? Blah, blah. Like, it makes your man look bad. So,
in the Bible, it says, avoid all appearances of evil.
yeah.
So that's where she's going with that, is that nobody, if somebody sees you out doing that, they don't need to know anything about you. They don't need to know why you went, who you went. If that was the second, third outfit you put on, they're going to form their own opinions.
Well, yeah, I think honestly, I think that it's somewhere in between. I don't think that it's a this or that thing. Like if my best friend is having her bachelorette and we're all going out, I'm not gonna not go because someone might think that I'm doing something with my man. Me personally, I don't like environments like that. I don't want a ton of male attention. I like to dress in a more classy way. Like that's just my opinion. Like that's just how I am. So I don't think I would ever have that issue. But I don't think that it's. At the same time, I just think the way in which you approach a conversation matters. And by saying no, and the person saying okay, fine.
Wait, what's actually wrong with that? What is actually wrong with the guy just saying no?
Well, I personally just don't like people who don't communicate.
That is communication.
In a way that...
That's literally communication.
Yeah.
This is so serious to me, I don't even need to justify it.
Okay, well, I feel like that would be like something that would kind of come up at the beginning. And for me, a one-word answer that doesn't have like, I guess, a deeper understanding of why. Like... If that's already a thing that's like communicated between the two of you, and it's like when you say no, I know exactly what that means. Bye, right?
Wait, does this also, just curious, I know this is a little off top, maybe somewhat on, I mean, do we extend the same logic to like consent?
What do you mean?
So like, does a girl need to justify her no? Is that a reach? I don't think that's a chat. Is that a reach? I don't think that's a reach.
Those are very, very different things. If a woman is saying,
you
can't have access to me in this way, then a man should say no. But you're saying, no, don't do, like you're telling the woman about her behavior.
Right, I know
you can say no if a woman's like, I want to come on to you, and you're like, no,
sure.
That's totally fine.
Okay, yes, it doesn't map on one-to-one, but right. I'm more so trying to probe the logic of you need to be able to communicate.
Sometimes communicating no is completely appropriate. Sometimes communicating no needs more it needs to be fleshed out. It depends on the situation. When it comes to sexual advances from a man or sexual advances from a woman, no is completely fine.
I agree.
When
I
it
think if
comes
a woman need only just say no, she need not justify her no in order for the man to stop his pursuit.
Yeah.
A woman should just say no, and that should be enough.
Yeah, and vice versa. If a woman's coming on to a man
Sure,
and the man
yeah.
says no, that's completely enough.
But I mean, like, kind of looking into the logic here.
Well, so you think that the same amount of communication, no matter what the discussion is, should just be a one-word sentence?
I don't think if a
You
woman
can't-
just says no, I think you leave it there. I don't think you push it, really.
When it comes to sexual advances, yes.
Sure.
But if you're having a conversation outside of that, like, it's different.
I would be
Different
impressed. I would.
topics require different amounts of explanation. Like if you're talking about
While
what
that's
to wear or
possibly
whatever.
true, I don't think in this specific situation we're talking about, I don't think, as the guy, if this is an expectation that you have in a relationship,
If this is the expectation that you have in a relationship is a very important prerequisite for this conversation.
So-
that I would never
well-
agree to personally. That is what you want. Go ahead.
yeah.
Find a woman
and
who wants
to be
that.
clear,
I don't want
I
that.
can't imagine myself having this sort of conversation with a woman ever because one, I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs, I don't go to parties, don't drink, don't do drugs, not my scene. Similarly, I don't date women who go to bars, clubs, and parties. So I don't think it would even come up to begin with.
I don't think it would come up to. It hasn't, and it won't come up to begin with in my relationship either because I don't go to clubs or parties either.
You don't?
No. I mean, I go to gatherings like festive parties or whatever. I might go to a pool party, but not like parties like that. But I also like if my friend's having a bachelorette party, I would go to that. Mm-hmm. But
Damn, we
that's
spent
not
like an hour on
that's
that.
not like my scene. Yeah.
I do have to. I'm going to move it on just because we've spent a long time on this. I guess I will. And if anybody wants to add anything, we can. I guess I'll just end it on some advice to the gentleman here. Gentlemen, don't be in a serious relationship with a woman who doesn't realize the importance of limiting her own behavior to protect the relationship. If you respect your partner, you don't engage in activities designed for single people. That's my view. You're welcome to disagree.
I don't disagree with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't disagree with that statement at all. And I live it in my behavior.
Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to press that off.
Word.
Okay. Part of the confusion here is, like, you have this viral TikTok and you've said other things on the show, which leads me to believe that you do want a more traditional man. More masculine man, you want a guy to pay for dates, you want a guy to take initiative, you want a guy to lead, but this would be like a great example of a leadership moment where the guy is exercising some degree of leadership and authority in the relationship. But you're like, in this instance where it conceivably comes to your detriment in some way because he is exerting some degree of control,